Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and I'm honored to be having with me over the program for tonight Engineer Amany, Shennawy, the member of the civil society and the International Service Organization. Thank you very much once again for being with us tonight. We were speaking before the report about the achievements that we have seen ever since 2019, the first phase of the Decent Life initiative. What about the second phase, in your opinion? What are the expectations for it and the priorities given to it?
Now that we developed a lot of villages, especially in the very far areas in Upper Egypt and the rural areas, they are well developed. Now it's time to develop the rest of the villages, so Decent Life is having a great impact on the villages, that it goes through developing the houses, water connections, because everyone has the right to have water in his houses, and this problem is starting to be minimized in Egypt, as all the rural areas that were developed by Decent Life have water connections. Having medical centers and developing the medical centers in those villages, having the good education and developing the schools in those villages will make a great impact on people there, that will reduce the poverty and make people live better and have better living environment. So having people with good health, having their water, having their medical centers, having people with good education, this means a brighter future, because always the future is measured of how people are having good health care and having good education. So this gives a big look to the future, that Egyptians will have good future.
Yes, the first phase, it targeted about 1,500 villages across Egypt with a cost of about 350 billion Egyptian pounds. And you mentioned a very important point, is that the main target is that we need to be raising the quality of living for the Egyptians. Do you think that we have achieved that already ever since 2019?
Some rural areas were very much neglected in ages. They didn't have the minimum of living resources. After Decent Life took care of them, they really felt the change. The change to better houses, to having water connections, having schools in their villages, which makes the young students study without going far away from the place where they live. They have medical centers that can take care of them. Women are taught to manage businesses and to be entrepreneurs. Awareness is raised in many areas of life for people to have a better life. So the rural areas are really feeling the change.
Yes, and you've mentioned the services and the efforts that you exert through your organization, and the efforts and the services that are being exerted by the government at the same time. What is the importance of integrating both between the government, the efforts of the government through the Decent Life initiative and multiple other initiatives at the same time, and the initiatives of the civil society organizations to be giving more services to the citizens?
Civil society is working since ages in certain areas of developing and development of the country. Now that we have governmental initiatives and presidential initiatives that are working in development, this is much, much bigger than the impact that we could do alone. Our impact was
needed
not...
that. We needed the presidential initiatives.
Yes. Because the NGOs, we always have a problem of funding. So when the presidential initiatives and the governmental help given to the villages, we can help in many areas of focus. vocational service, water connections also, and developing the houses and all this. Together with the government, the impact is great on the country, and it's being developed. We have developing villages, we have people living better, we have poverty getting less when
lower
people
rates
have
of
lower,
poverty.
especially with all those the roads, the new roads, and the connection made from a city to the other. All this will get us to job opportunities. And as a youthful country, we're having a lot of youth that will need those job opportunities, and this will make a great impact on the economy of the country as a whole.
So the Decent Life Initiative, it managed to be reducing the unemployment rates.
Yes, and the potential in having more jobs, because all the new cities that are of the fourth stage and of the fifth stage cities are needing people to inhabit it, and need people to work in the industrial zones that are founded in those cities. In New Damyata, in New Alamein, in all the new cities, New Asyut, all the new cities around Egypt. So job opportunities are being initiated in Sinai, and all the cultivation that is going to happen there. So job opportunities and the connection with new roads and new transportation, fast transportation means is going to make all this work together with having great potential.
Yes, for the first phase ever since 2019, serving about 1,500 villages with a cost of about 350 billion Egyptian pounds. Do you think that this will be giving the youth an important opportunity to be working and staying at their villages at the same time with a higher quality and a higher standard of living, instead of thinking of going to Cairo, instead of thinking of relocating to Alexandria and the bigger cities around?
This is true. With all the cities that are built all over Egypt, I believe that the citizens will be distributed in a better way all over Egypt.
Yes.
And people who want to stay in their villages and have their project and being an entrepreneur in a certain way, they can use their laptops, their computers in being connected in e-commerce, because people now can be connected to all the world around through their PCs, and we're having a very fast network that connects Egypt in a very good way, the fiber network that is connecting everyone. So people can be managing work as an entrepreneur, even not in online. They can make some goods that people do with the straw and all the handcraft.
Handmade.
Yes, handcraft that are being helped by the government in a lot of ways. Even loans are given to people with who have handcrafts. There's a new initiative that is called Tetlafef Harir, wrapped in silk. It's especially for people who are doing the handcraft. So people can stay in their villages and be working, or they can immigrate to other new cities and have a good distribution of people all over Egypt.
Yes, and finally, you've mentioned that we are living in a faster world with connectivity, with everything is online now, and we have greater infrastructure in terms of roads. Thousands of kilometers of roads were being constructed, with tens of new cities being built, as well as a new capital, the new administrative capital. So everything is faster and stronger nowadays. But we have seen the Decent Life Foundation organizing an initiative called Safer Together, to be propagating the importance of taking care of your mental health at the same time for the people living in the villages, and of course for the Egyptians altogether in different governorates. How do you see the importance of such an initiative to be preserving mental health?
It's very important to have mental health in order to function. So having such an initiative is very well thought about, and it's very thoughtful that we have this initiative, as having all the other initiatives, the Decent Life, the Takaful and Karama, that also takes care of a big sector of the country through digitalized database. That is, it's a treasure. This database is a treasure, that you have everyone registering all his data, and knowing, like in the Corona time, when people left their work, there were people who were not into Karama, Takaful and Karama, and when they left their jobs, they automatically were placed inside the initiative and have the pensions that they deserve. So all the initiatives need mental health, and people with good mental state are going to be creative, and creativity is very important in the era that we're living at, as entrepreneurs, as people in their work. Creativity and being connected, having an intelligent world.
Yes, Engineer Amany Shennawy, the member of the civil society and the International Service Organization, thank you very much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Anytime. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.